Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to our Friday edition video, where we are featuring a ship today. And I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. I'm having a wonderful Friday. Got the web camera on, though I can't really control the lighting in this room. It's really difficult, though I look forward to when Mrs. Flimsy and I get a house and I can set up a room just for recording and such. But today, we're going to be looking at the Tier 6 American battleship, the New Mexico, which I've never featured on the channel. And I thought it would be time to let's just drop down back to the mid-tiers and featuring a battleship that a lot of players are playing in the game. So actually, I went ahead and moved my Montana commander off and moved him back to the New Mexico. I've been moving a lot of commanders around on my Montana as of late. But we're going to look at the New Mexico today. And we're just gonna hop right in. Here you can briefly see real quick the setup that I have. In terms of the combat signals, we're gonna do something along. Let's see, it's Friday morning. Probably we'll start seeing some CVs. We'll take through. Okay, the biggest thing that I don't like playing about New Mexico, it's a very slow battleship, it's 21 knots. So I do like to take this Ergonomic flag to bump it up to 22 knots. And we'll just take that signal. Economic bonus wise, we can throw some stuff on. I just sold a bunch of my economic bonuses today. I was down 11 million credits, and then I sold a bunch of stuff I had in my inventory, and we have a lot of money now, so that's good. But I'm grinding a whole bunch of ship lines right now, so that's also difficult. And we'll take the Juliet, or not. Charlie. Let's go with this though, camouflage on. Should we throw on Merca? I think we should throw on Merca. Yeah, and if you're wondering what my build looks like, it's a pretty standard build. Like, if I was building a 21-point commander on New Mexico, that's probably what I would do. But I will go in depth about the ship tomorrow in our upgrading commander build video. We'll look over New Mexico and all her details, her armor scheme. I'll talk about the different upgrades, the different modules that you have to research, and of course the commander. But let's just go ahead and wait for the battle to start. Alright, so here we are. We are mid-tier versus Tier 7s, Tier 6s, and Tier 5s. There are no CVs this match. There's no submarines this match. What the heck? So this is quite nice. So looking at the matchmaking, pretty battleship heavy. Those are 5. We got some. Is this a full 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Looked a little different there. Alright, so I'll talk a little about the ship, but we're starting off here on Estuary Domination mode. So we spawned over here on the left, so we are going to go ahead and support our left flank. Now, I have beef with battleship players. If you spawn on a flank, support that flank. There's no point for me as a New Mexico who goes 22 knots now to sail all the way over here to the decap. I want to support my line here. And I also usually say the same thing about destroyer players, and I have no idea what this guy's doing. So it's like 5 a.m. Eastern time on the NA server as I'm recording this video. So, yeah, New Mexico. What's going on with her? Let's just talk about the guns. So she got 356mm guns, and to which she has 12 of them. So she is a bit of a cruiser slapper, if you will. Definitely is a battleship that punishes broadside. We have 10,500 maximum damage on these AP shells. And we built into range in the 3rd slot, so we're able to hit 18.7 kilometers away without having to utilize spotter plane. She doesn't do so well in close quarters combat, so let's say 8 kilometers and under, because you're going to start getting into slow battleship, 22 knots, has a hard time disengaging, so you have to be. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Why are you reversing? Alright, let's see what he says. It's so hard to understand potatoes in World of Warships. It's so hard. Yes. You also have high explosive shells. They have a 30% fire chance without building into them. Maximum damage 5,000. Armor penetration capacity 59 millimeter. Now we are full conceal build, and that's basically just our commander 12-4, which means something is either over here or either over here. Now the other thing I have to pay attention to is my team. We have a reversing Janwei. We have a Trento who's doing donuts. We have an Arizona who's AFK. And we have a Nagato with really big guns beginning to push in on us. So that's a very direct line to take. So we're actually going to turn out here. No one's on the cap. I'm kind of keeping my guns over here. I would like to get the Furitaka, because we can slap him hard. There's a Cyclone coming too in 4 minutes, so this may be a strange game. I don't know if we're going to get that in time, but we're still going to go for it. Oh, I thought I was like back enough over here. Okay, Furitaka is going aggro. We can dumpster him with these 356mm guns. He's just a tier 5 cruiser, and tier 5 cruisers are made of citadels. So it looked like I was kind of running away. We're going to turn lock on off. He's still broadside. Our shells will be up in 4. He's kind of going aggro in. Maybe I should have aimed a little bit lower. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Nagato's still taking aggro line. T22. The Aussie God? Okay. This Furitaka is still pushing it. He's not even paying attention to us. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're going to kill the Furitaka in this next salvo. So like I said, with New Mexico, you dumpster cruisers. And I want to dumpster him before he hits the map border, and it makes it really difficult to kill him. Let's see here. Okay, Nagato has said no. I'm not going to keep running back. The biggest concern we have is T22. He's got 3 options. He can reverse the cap, he can come after us, either this way or this way, or he can disengage and go that way. So I'm going to keep pinging the map. Now, I do have to be mindful if the T22 ends up detecting us, and we go broadside to Nagato's guns, which are larger than mine. And with the armor scheme in New Mexico, you often eat like a lot of penetrations. Okay, we're gonna go for the destroyer. This might kill him if I aimed well enough. Oh. Okay, so now we're gonna push up, or we don't have to actually. Well, actually there's a Dallas over here. Because I could sit behind the island and dumpster the Nagato's broadside. Possibly. But the Dallas is detecting us now. We're gonna have a Cyclone coming in shortly. He's not really paying attention to us. Dallas looks like he's tempted to go broadside. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna shoot Nagato. He's not looking this way. I think he's looking towards mid. So I'm gonna act like I'm just gonna be focused on this Nagato. I want this Dallas to be really comfortable. And what I'm gonna do is start running immediately because there's also a Bayern behind him. How did the Bayern get up that far? That's what happens when you have destroyers doing spotting. I'm broadside, so we're gonna go ahead and pop the preemptive heal. Goal is probably to try to dumpster the Dallas. Yeah, he's getting scared. He's getting scared. I think he's showing his rear turrets off there. Okay, that was a little disappointing. Yeah, I would have started running if I'd known the Bayern was coming. It's basically. Now, his Dallas seems to be smart. He's using AP on my broadside. Here you can begin to see the weird firing turret angles. I'm very concerned about this Dallas's decisions. I want to go to Citadel. Yeah! That's how you don't... Why do you run up on a battleship at that low tier? Now, I want to start swinging my guns around because I don't want to be caught on the border. I have to be conscious that we lost the Trento. I know I can do okay if I live. And that's what needs to happen right now. Now the question is, do I focus Bayern or do I help with the Nagato? Wow, we're all like, no one's focus firing one specific target. We're all like shooting across. So we have 34.5 second turret traverse time. Please tell me Arizona or to drive by. If I get stuck in the corner with both these battleships, it's gonna be really, really bad for me. Like really bad. Oh, come on, dude. Please don't do this to me. Let's just go ahead and dump our next heal. Just get a bunch of non-pins. Okay. I'm curious to see if he'll pull Nagato and him going broadside to us. But I'm gonna keep shooting him for the moment. Yep. Ah, now he did it. Although we're about to lose our spotting. So we might take advantage of mini-map spotting. Because I can't get caught in the corner with these guys. Like that's the big thing right now. So actually I need to go ahead and start going. I want to get the Bayern more side, unfortunately. Crap. And the New Mexico is coming this way. Okay, so we have... The only, actually what's saving us right now is going to be the cyclone. In my 22 knots of running. Okay, in this situation, my spotter plane's spotting him. So we're still going to take some shots. Just a bit behind, but... and the Icarus is coming this way, great. In this situation, it's really important. I see this happen all the time. When you're running, and we're in a really bad situation here right now, that players play with their rudder shift constantly, and you're in a slow battleship, we need to make a straight line as possible. That's the goal, as we're getting return spotted by Bayern. Okay, you figured out how we were doing it. Actually, pick my guns back. Okay, I'm gonna wait till it's about there-ish. Yeah, that's a pretty bad dispersion. We incapacitated something on him. I don't imagine he'll live too long, but we're gonna have to see. Yeah. Yeah, so the Icarus is probably, he can go back this way or he's going to go for our cap. That's kind of the only two decisions he has. And he's too much behind the island. We won't have spotter plane again for 3 minutes. So basically, we're going to try to pull the enemy team away. I think Bayern is probably faster than us. Let's see. It's going, spotter plane is going to circle. So he's probably right in here. Yeah, he's not too far behind us. So he'll probably catch us first. So let's give our team some time. They'll finish off the Nuremberg. And then we'll see what we need to do next. So basically with this ship, if you're going up against it and you're a tier 5, tier 6 cruiser, don't do what Dallas and the Furataka did. That was really dumb. There's no need for them to do that. When you're playing the mid-tier cruisers, you want to fight further away. Our Jean Wei, I mean, he reversed in, right? But he still got caught out. I think he ate a torpedo from the T-22 and then died. Nagato's going to go for C. So let's still keep turrets facing rear for now. I wonder if Icarus means that he's going out in front. So we still have 2 destroyers. That's good. Yeah. Now, I could turn back and deal with the Baron right now. Okay, so Icarus. Let me see. But I don't really feel led to, because he's a brawling battleship. It's a German battleship. He's got the decent secondaries. I respect him. I don't know if I would win the engagement. And if I turn back and die, or I would like to trade with him, but I'm not a very fast, I'm not a very maneuverable battleship. I'm conscious of giving the points away, though we have plenty of points. I could gamble. That's not an issue right now. So probably a bit boring playing on this latter half, for sure. But I was really conscious of Nagato coming up, and then if I could pull them further away, that was the goal, that was the plan. That's why I kind of did the straight line along the eye line, because I wanted to pull them away to give my team time to respond and flank and move around. That's the goal. Now we have the Nagato somewhere. We can use depth charge planes to see if we can pick up on something. Let's go ahead and try it. We'll see if there's any AA. I wonder if the Baron got tired of chasing us. Let's see. Okay, so he's somewhere over there still. Now these depth charges are actually really bad. It's a very small. 1 bomb, 3,400. Yeah, don't play this. Yeah, for subs, this ship's gonna suck playing against subs, so do note that. We almost have 1 million potential damage. That's pretty good for a tier 6. Yeah. Okay, so there's our Icarus friend. The Cyclone will start lifting eventually here. Yeah, there's Baron. He didn't give up on us. He didn't give up on us. It's so touching. Oh, and here comes Nagato, straight line up. So he's kiting away from the other Nagato. He's behind us. He's not really a threat. I'd rather try to save my next salvo or 2 for the Nagato. Although with the Nagato's armor scheme, little bit more difficult to take on. He's probably not really paying attention to the fact I'm up here. I'd be very shocked if all of his guns are aiming at me. So I'm turning in because I want to detect him sooner. And then once we pick him up, I'll turn back out. So he's probably, yeah, he's just about to come into view. Right over here. All right, let's turn out a bit. New Mexico. Tier 6 American battleship. 4 kills, 6 citadels. Does what things do well. We must have punched through the bow into the citadel. So he was angled. So that's going to be a pretty good game. Top of the team. You know, when you're playing the lower tiers, of course, the pace of gameplay is much slower than the high tier. You know. New Mexico does struggle when she faces tier 8s. She's a rather juicy target for a lot of battleships in the game, as well as cruisers and destroyers, so do keep that in mind. So I'm kind of curious. Let's look at the Nagato. I want to see how I want to look at his armor scheme. I want to see how I punch through his citadel like that. Okay, 26. Ah. Okay, gun mount armor. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure we punched through right and hit a citadel right there. I'm trying to remember here. So if I've got 356. Is it times? No. Is it divided by? I think if it's you divide by 14.3, that shows you what you pin. So we pin 24 millimeter. And what was the bow? 26. I don't know. We got a Citadel somehow. I felt like he was still too angled, but oops. Let's go back to New Mexico. Yeah, so New Mexico. I will do upgrade commander build video on it tomorrow. I mean, you kind of already got a glimpse of the build we have on it now. But she's a decent battleship at tier 6 if you understand her weaknesses, if you understand her strengths. You know, as soon as the danger starts, you have to start running. That was a bad scenario for us, but thankfully we got away. And we eventually got that kill on Nagato in the end. So, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you subscribe, thanks so much. I appreciate it, because we're almost at 1,400 subscribers. We're only a couple away. So, if you're not subscribed and you do like what I'm doing here on the channel, please consider subscribing. And I'm going to be doing a 1,400 subscriber live stream. So, I'm tempted to just do it tonight, but we'll see. So, until next time, take care.